So hi, I'm Catherine Haddad, and I'm sitting here in my kitchen in Fechta, Germany at my stable. It's lunchtime, I'm sitting here with my staff, and we're going to do the first vlog on the Dressage for Life series. Three horses that participate in my life at the moment. One is Cadillac, one is Maximus JSS, and the other is Vignamaro. And I've been in Germany for 16 years, and I've been competing in top sport since, well, I've been competing in the sport forever, but in top sport for since 2005. And sitting here with me is Natalie Chiapara from Australia. Oh, show Natalie. Okay. Nobody was prepared for this, by the way. We did not have a chance to do makeup, I want you to know. And this is Casey Dornan-Nilsson, who's been with me for many, many years in Germany. And she's going to prompt me with questions for the interview because I can't interview myself. And Christopher, my snow removal equipment, who you met in one of the previous videos, is holding the camera. Okay, so Casey.
So Catherine, what does dressage bring to your life?
Actually, we're laughing because dressage is my life. It brings so much to my life that I don't have enough time to talk about it all. But I can seriously say that in mind, body, and spirit, I feel like I'm a very healthy and very young person because of the life that I lead and because of my connection with dressage. And it's a sport that's taught me a lot about communication. I have always been a big communicator, or tried to be a big communicator in my life, but communicating with horses, the interspecies communication, like what you would do with dolphins, but instead with horses, learning to speak their language, learning how to communicate in their language has brought me an awful lot. When I first came to Germany, what I really needed to learn at that time was routine and discipline. And it took me some time to learn that, but as I found through learning the routine and discipline of dressage, I later had much more freedom to become creative, and I've been working on a lot of creativity lately. Not only in my training method, trying to find more interesting ways to communicate with my horses and things that are a little bit outside the realm of what I learned before, but also in creating freestyles, musical freestyles that Natalie, by the way, is helping me with. And I think that when you're a very disciplined and routine person, which dressage teaches you, you're then freer to create. So that's kind of nice.
Number 2, what does dressage bring to your horse's life?
Well, I think there are 2 areas where dressage really helps horses. First is mentally. It gives them some order in their lives. It helps them, because we learn to communicate with them, they also learn to communicate with us. And like all living creatures, everybody's happier if you're really being well communicated with. So I think dressage makes horses happier. It can make them physically much stronger, much more elastic and supple. It can make their lives longer, fitter, healthier. I have seen some really incredible muscle development happen in the horses that I've trained over the years, and it brings great pleasure to my life to see this beautiful physical sculpture come out of the proper training that we do here. You know, I think it's probably easiest if I use the example of Maximus, who really has taught me so much about riding and about dressage and how to communicate with the horse in general. Maximus loves what we do together. He is a true dance partner. He connects with me in every way that he can. And a really good example, I know that horses love dressage, and I know that they love the training that we do with them every day. In the 4 years that I trained with Zeilinger, I used to drive to his stable every morning, and I would arrive very early. And in the summer months, when the sun was already up and it was light, Maximus had a box at the front of the stable, and I could see him putting his head out the window and looking at my car as I drove in every morning. And he never missed a morning. When he heard my car, he looked up, left his breakfast, came to the window, and watched to make sure it was me getting out of it and coming into the stable. And I used to greet him every morning, you know, Moin Maximus, and I talked to him on the way into the stable. And then when I get to his box, he would have probably half of his breakfast finished. He'd been fed at least an hour earlier, but only half the breakfast would be finished because he's a very slow eater, first of all. And I would go to the box with a halter and a hoof pick in my hand, and every time I got to his box, he was waiting with his face at the door. Not eating his breakfast feed, not eating his hay, which had been touched, but he knew, he could hear my footstep, and he would be waiting for me to enter his box. And I'd go in and I'd put the halter on him before I could even turn around to pick out his left front foot, which is what I did every morning. He would have it up in the air. And this horse this horse loves what we do together. He loves the travel, he loves the horse showing, he loves the training that we do every day. And if you want to see a horse blossom, then you have to look at Maximus after a good workout in dressage.